What's up guys, welcome back to David's Feed. After a tough year of not being able to travel at all, I'm happy to say that herping videos will begin to return now, starting with this fun and productive trip to Western Europe. The venomous snakes are at the end of the video, but there's loads of other cool stuff, so stick around. Okay, quick backstory. When we planned to travel around Europe to film our friends' private collections, we didn't expect to do any herping. However, during the trip itself, we got a surprising amount of time to go out and look for snakes. But first, let me introduce the team. First of all, we have me, Rupert, cameraman, editor, and whatever else needs to be done. Next we have Moritz, who works with David and I, predominantly helping manage business and finance. Then we have Jakob, Moritz's brother and a close friend of ours, who livens up every trip with non-stop laughter. Oh, and of course, least importantly, we have David, who, I guess he picks up snakes and stuff. Anyway, I'm just going to cut together all the snakes we found this trip, so sit back and enjoy the video. But first, don't forget that our first ever line of merch is still on sale and will have new additions coming very soon. Keep your eye out for one of those new shirts being worn in this video. This looks like good habitat. It's a bit cloudy but warm. Sun breaking through here and there. We're going to go check it out. And it didn't take long before Jakob looked under some logs and found something none of us expected.
Alright, so we've just found these two beautiful snakes. Have a look at these. We were just walking along here and we found these under this pile of wood. These are actually Aesculapian snakes. We were not expecting to find these at all. We were out here hoping to find maybe some grass snakes or maybe a smooth snake. And then we found these both together, so the fact that they're together probably means that this is a pair, well, almost for sure. And even if you look at their cloacas, you can see that on one of them, which is this one, here's the cloaca, and after the cloaca it gets actually thicker than it is before the cloaca, which means that this is almost definitely a male because their hemipenises are actually flipped inside out like a sock and they store them inside the back of their tail.
And the male is what? The light coloured one?
Yeah, the male is this beautiful yellow one here, and you can see on the female, after the cloaca it just gets tapered and really thin.
And I'd say the coolest thing about this species is that it's like the only species you get in the western part of Europe, which is arboreal.
Yeah, these climb really well, but they're also very often found on the ground, under stuff.
Yeah, this is like
logs like this. This is a really good habitat for them.
Is it raining?
But yeah, this is the best thing we could have possibly found here.
Yeah, and this is neither of us have ever seen this species in the flesh before, so...
Yeah, these are lifers for me. I didn't even know these exist till not too long ago.
Yeah, we actually have them in the UK, but the spot that's good for them is really hard to get to, and the other spot really sucks. So I'm really happy to be able to see and observe these. They're so cool.
Yeah, these are really beautiful little snakes.
And they're so gentle as well, like they're just chilling there.
Alright, so we've just looked at them for a bit. We took a couple of photos, but we're not going to mess with them too much, so we're just going to release them right back here under the same pile of logs, and they'll be able to find each other easily and live happily ever after. So I'm going to go in here and just let them cruise off together down into this pile of wood. And that was that.
We're going to drive into it.
I'm telling you, just...
You want to make an intro for your video?
So we're out here in some very beautiful habitat of the what? The river. And we're going to go look for snakes.
For a snake. Just make the video. Shut up.
Alright, so we were just walking...
Snake! I'm joking.
Shut up, dude!
Wait, now there's literally people like staring at us. Alright, so we were just walking along the stream and we've spotted two Natrix tessellata, or dice snakes, just at the bottom of this thing.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
It's staring right at me.
Are we going to try to catch it or not?
Right there, Rupert.
I can see it, shut up.
Like, you see that?
Like
white
a
thing?
dildo, like right there.
Stop saying that.
Oh, there's the big one. Look there.
Oh yeah, there.
I see it. It's
Oh.
not bigger, is it? It's smaller, Moritz.
It looks like about the same size.
It's cool how they dive around and just like try
Do
to.
they bite?
I'll explain what happened. So, me, Moritz, Jakob were just walking along here, trying to look for something that wasn't hunting deep in the water. And then we look over and David is rummaging in here. And we're like, what are you doing? And he comes up with this in his hand.
Yeah, so this is actually a dice snake, Natrix tessellata, another species I've never found before. And this, as you can see, is quite a large, chunky specimen. It's quite large towards the rear as well, so I suspect it might be in early stages of being gravid, or it's just about to take a really large dump one of these days. Their diet consists mainly of fish, but they'll also eat frogs and other small things. I think one at this size might even take like small mice if they come across one.
Yeah, and you can tell they've got a fish diet because, no cap, these snakes stink.
Yeah.
Like, they actually...
While catching it, it did musk on me quite a lot, and to be honest, it's bad, really bad, but not worse than some of the Asian snakes we've found, whereas all these guys behind the camera are saying that it is worse than any other snake they've found.
I mean, I barely have a sense of smell, and when I smelt my fingers, it knocks me back like a ton of bricks. But it's
Okay.
still really cool, and I'd be musked on 100 times to see this. It's a lifer for me, and is it a lifer for you as well?
Yes, of course. Yeah, this is a lifer. Apart, if not counting the one we saw swimming like 20 minutes ago. You can see they've got those nice googly eyes with the round pupils. That means they're diurnal. Nocturnal snakes typically have the vertical elliptical pupils. And you can see the ventrals are also really beautiful on these.
Yeah, they're quite similar to Natrix.
Very cool. I think I'm going to grab a couple photos as it being a lifer. I always photograph every snake I've never found before. And after that, we're going to go in for the release.
All right, let me come closer
They're
and
pretty goofy.
take a look at that.
Big eyes.
They do look quite goofy, but I think, like, pattern-wise, I
Wait, I
prefer
think it'll
them.
contrast really well in front.
It will. I think pattern-wise, I actually prefer this to the Natrix or Natrix helvetica. They're just a bit more, I don't know.
Plump. Alright, so I've just managed to get a couple really nice photos of it. We all got to look at it for a bit, and now we're going to let it go right back on its way here in this nice, shallow, shaded area of the stream right next to where we found it. Alright. And off you go.
Alright, so that wraps up another really successful outing. I'm really happy we got to see that, and we're going to go home now. Alright, it is only me and Jakob in the car. Nobody else. But we're going to go look for snakes and see what we find. God, I wore long trousers today. Alright, we've arrived at our spot. I guess David was sick today, and Moritz, I don't know what he wanted to do. He was busy with something else, so it's just me and the boss. All right, we're gonna get back searching, but just look at this habitat. Those cliff faces in there, the water, and these sun-baked rock banks. This is beautiful. The second I stopped filming, he just said, "There's one," dived to the ground. What is it?
It's little Natrix.
Yeah.
Grass snake.
Which is the, I don't know what the common name is, but it's the species of grass snake which I've never seen before. So that's a lifer for me. But it's a good spot. Was it just moving through the ground over there? Okay, we just lost a grass snake, and boss man here was the one that flipped that, and he just flipped a tiny rock. And as you can see in there is a snake.
I got it.
And it is a grass snake, isn't it?
Yes.
So that's the third grass snake we've seen in a place where you guys have never like confirmed the sighting of a grass snake before.
Yeah, but they're all tiny.
Here we go, as found. Small grass snake number 4 of the last few minutes. I don't think I'm going to catch this one. It's exactly the same as the others, so I think I'm just going to put it back under its rock.
It's a bit. Do we go to the hospital?
Depends on the bite, I guess. You just like wait and see what
Can
happens,
you
and if
warn
it
me
starts
before you
getting
film
too
it?
fucked up, then you go to the
I
hospital.
wasn't posing.
So we're headed off into the mountains now. It's 2 p.m. and it's warm, but we're hoping to spend the afternoon looking for snakes. Alright, it's a bit bright, but we just arrived somewhere in the mountains, not entirely sure where.
Alright, so we weren't going to include these, but we figured we'll just show you anyway, because these are really common. We've found probably like, how many, Rupert? Like 20?
Easily like 25 probably so far.
Yeah, these are just the normal common slow worms. There's another one down on the ground here. You can see this one's quite a lot lighter. They do vary in color a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say these are both females though, because they have the dark flanks.
Yeah.
The males tend to be like a sort of uniform color with bluish speckling along the back.
And they crawl somewhat like snakes. That one just disappeared down a hole. And we're gonna release this one as well. We just figured give you guys a quick look. Oh look, they do flick their tongue similar to snakes do. Anyway. Alright, so the spot that we're at now is actually the highlands. We're in this big grassy meadow area. We're hoping to find adders here. Apparently they are found like directly in this area, but we might also find some different species, so we're just gonna have a big hard search around and hopefully we get lucky.
So this is the kind of place you'd find them basking. You know, in amongst these open patches besides dense vegetation on these sun-baked afternoons. I'm hoping we see something.
Alright
go.
guys, so look what we've just found. Cruising through the grass here is our main, or one of our main targets for the area. This is a melanistic adder.
Let me get in close. Maybe if you come around here.
Yeah.
I think it's going to come
I think
through.
he's about to come out onto a clearing.
Is he just chilling?
Yeah, he's just stayed still for a moment right in there.
Oh, I can see him. Wow.
What a beautiful
Has it got red on the chin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
This would be the dark or melanistic morph. They come in a variety of different colors and patterns. This one's really beautiful though, very dark with some red on the underside and those little like cherry dark red eyes.
Is it a male or?
I think it might be a male.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, we shouldn't disturb it too
I'm
much.
assuming the black color also helps them feed out.
So do you want to just let this one cruise off?
Yeah, I think we're good to let it just cruise off.
Yeah. Go.
I've just seen another one. He's already in the process of disappearing.
This is the
one's
female.
brown.
This is the female.
Yeah, this is the female. She looks gravid, so we're just gonna leave her be. Just see a little remainder of her crawling off there.
Oh my god, it's so hard to see. Wow.
All right.
Beautiful snake.
Beautiful.
I
Well,
got to see two.
yeah, two. That's really good, and we were only out here for I think like 3 hours or so looking.
Yeah.
It's still really
Only
bright.
out here for 3 hours, mate. We've been here since 2 p.m. We've literally been out here for 5 hours.
We've seen the two main color morphs that occur now. We've seen the full black one, and this is the typical zigzag pattern one that you get. So, can't complain. This was a good day. All right, so it had just disappeared, and now we were walking off, and Jakob said,
If you look down there, you can actually see the coils of its body.
"Oh yeah, it's actually coming up onto the concrete. It's actually coming up onto the concrete now. It's just right on the edge of this concrete ledge under those bushes. Let me just see if I can come around. Where is it?
It's still there.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Oh, I see it's now.
Yeah, so there it is, just hiding in this bush from us. And now it's probably gonna go right back down. As I thought.
You can see its body. Nice big female.
Right, so it's still somewhere in here, but
I wouldn't be surprised if it came out again.
they're better at hide and seek than we are. All right, so we just had a really successful day of hunting. We're heading back to the car now. I'm pretty tired.
It's been so good.
Are you tired? You're sunburnt as hell, like on your neck. Anyway, we're gonna get back, catch some sleep, and see you in the next one.
Yo, what's up guys? Thanks for watching. We're planning a filming trip for next month, and what would really help us out is having you guys support our Patreon. Not only do you get your name in the credits of each video, but you also get to see each week's video a day early and have a direct line of communication with David and I. Link is in the description. Peace.